Back in 2014, a researcher from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem rediscovered an ancient papyrus while organizing a storeroom in the Israel Antiquities Authority's Dead Sea Scrolls unit. Once found in the Judean Desert, the document's script had previously been classified as Nabatean, an ancient Aramaic language, but papyrus experts knew better. When she saw it marked Nabatean, she exclaimed, "It's Greek to me." A team of experts spent the next decade deciphering the 133-line text, and their findings were recently published. Turns out, the document is the longest Greek papyrus ever found in the Judean Desert, and its newly translated content is particularly unique. A Roman lawyer's detailed notes about the trial of two men accused of tax fraud. This is the best documented Roman court case from Judea, apart from the trial of Jesus, says a historian at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Per the study, the papyrus was likely written on the eve of the Bar Kokhba Revolt, a 2nd century Jewish uprising against Roman rule. The Roman Empire had colonized Judea, the southern part of ancient Palestine, some 200 years earlier. By 132 CE, various Roman incursions upon Jewish life, including bans on religious practices, had taken their toll. The dwindling population of Jews in Palestine revolted. The rebellion led by a man named Bar Kokhba was crushed by the Romans in 135 CE, and Jews were subsequently banned from Jerusalem. The newly translated papyrus was written after Roman Emperor Hadrian visited Judea around 130 CE and before the Bar Kokhba Revolt. Per the study, it details Rome's case against two individuals, Gedalius and Saulos, accused of forging documentation about selling and freeing slaves to bypass paying Roman taxes. Forgery and tax fraud carried severe penalties under Roman law, including hard labor or even capital punishment, says a papyrus expert at the Austrian Academy of Sciences. The papyrus was written in vibrant and direct language by a strategizing prosecutor, advising another lawyer about pieces of evidence and anticipating objections. The document also contains a rapidly drafted transcript of the judicial hearing itself. This papyrus is extraordinary because it provides direct insight into trial preparations in this part of the Roman Empire. Significant portions of the document are missing, making conclusions about the trial's participants difficult to draw. Still, the researchers write that the prosecutors were likely functionaries of the Roman fiscal administration, and suggest the defendants were Jews. The papyrus also makes mention of an informer who denounced the defendants to Roman authorities. The papyrus sheds light on the long-debated question of whether or not ancient Jewish people owned slaves. The document mentions that Saulos' family owned multiple slaves, but whether those enslaved people were Jewish is unclear. The trial's location and the case's outcome also remain mysterious. Per the study, proceedings may have been interrupted by the Bar Kokhba Revolt. Somehow, this papyrus ended up among a collection of documents stored in caves in the Judean Desert, the Dead Sea Scrolls, which were rediscovered in the mid-20th century. The papyrus showcases the Romans' governmental reach. They regulated private transactions even in remote regions of their empire.